Axel Rudakubana is still inside HMP BELMARSH and he has not been attacked inside of HMP Manchester, formerly Strangeways. As I've stated in my previous videos, he went straight back to BELMARSH where he was initially housed. Now, for those of you that have piped up on previous videos and said, get your facts right, he's in Strangeways prison. A lot of people listen to too much shit on here and not the true facts. Now, just to back it up, there is a statement now from the Ministry of Justice stating that he's still inside of HMP BELMARSH. Now, what is actually going on as we speak is an emergency meeting with the chiefs of the prisons, the governors of HMP BELMARSH, and they are discussing what they're going to do with Axel, the Southport attacker. Now, what they are trying to come up with is where they are going to house him, where they're going to put him, because he is so high profile and an attack is imminent. Now, he's been housed in the segregation unit in HMP BELMARSH and he is actually getting tortured whilst he's down the block. Now, when I say torture, what happens when people are down the block who are high profile or someone who wants to be got at, and obviously they're getting kept out of the way of everybody else. Now, there is other people in the segregation unit or on the Cat A high risk unit inside of BELMARSH where he has been previously as well. So he could end up back on there, but as of now, I know that he got put in the segregation unit in BELMARSH for his own safety. Now, I will tell you as well, when they get put down there for their own safety, because it's looked upon as it's not their own fault, they still get access to a TV, because people will be thinking he's down the block with nothing. They do still get access to a TV. And like I've mentioned, when prisoners are down the block and they're getting tortured, they get tortured round the clock out the windows. The lads are shouting abuse constantly, banging on the doors. The noise is horrendous when the doors are getting booted and banged all night long. The prisoners cannot sleep and they take the turns. Some of them are doing it through the night and some are doing it through the day, and they're shouting abuse out the windows. Sometimes the prisoners can't take this, and as you can imagine, they take action into their own hands. I'll not say it on here because I don't want it to flag up, but you know what I am saying. So he is in there and there is an emergency meeting going on to decide what will be done with him. But he is also having extensive healthcare assessments to see whether or not he is mentally unstable. Even though when he was getting sentenced, they didn't say that he was. But now that he's back in the prison system and he's in the care of their hands, they are assessing him, and this is what's going on with this meeting as well, to decide where to put him, because he could be sent to a mental institution or he could be going to a high security prison, whether it's Wakefield, Franklin, Whitemore, Longlawn or Full Sutton. It will be one of those, but he probably will just be kept in isolation whilst he's there as well, because of his young age. You're supposed to be 21-year-old before you go on the lands of a high security prison. But I will keep you updated, and like I said, that voice note that was circulating around about inside of HMP Strangeways was absolute bullshit. Somebody sent us it and said, how can you say he's in BELMARSH when someone has sent this voice note? Have a listen to it. As soon as I listened to it, I thought it was fake straight away. Absolute bullshit. Why? Because I'll tell you why. Any screw who was looking after him on high profile would not let prisoners into a cell. You're not going to get an officer open the cell door and say, get yourselves in, lads, and get them. There's cameras on every single wing, whether it's in the block or on the normal locations of VPs. Anywhere you go, it's on camera. So he is not going to put his job on the lifeline. Not only his job, he would end up in court, because them prisoners could take that prisoner's life. Then what's going to happen? He's going to be an accessory to murder. So no screw would ever do that in this day and age. Yes, back in the day, the old school, the screws used to open the door, get in there, lads. He's left the door open accidentally, but it's not happening in this day and age. Not unless the screw wants to taste a bit of prison himself. But I will keep you updated and give you the rundown on exactly what's going on, because I'm getting a lot of information, first-hand information about what's going on and where he is. As you know, it's a prison channel and everyone is getting in touch through messages or whatever means necessary to let us know what's going on in the prisons, not just with him, but have a look on the other videos. There's loads of different topics and different stories on here that's coming from inside the prisons. Take care everyone, enjoy the rest of your day.